Okay, so let's continue with our question. So we have here, given the number of significant figure of the population of a town which has approximately 5,020,700 people. So given the number of significant give the number of significant figure. So now it's very simple for us to give the number of significant figure. Already this question is the population here has a significant figure is given, so we are asked how many significant figures are here. Now if at all we were given this number like let me write it like we're given like 5 million, assuming it was 5 million, okay, 20,000, and not 700 this time around, but it was 700 and let's say 25, okay, assuming it was something like this, now we were asked to have this in let's say six, how many, we are asked to have this in 6 significant figure, or yeah, let's say 6 significant figure. What that means, this is 5, right? What that would have mean is the last number here, we are going to consider this last number. This last number is 5. We ask, is 5, anything from 5 and above 5, we are going to call that number 0. We would have called that number 0, and then carry 1, add to the next number with it, and that will be 3. And then we're gonna write other numbers down. And then from there we're gonna have our significant number, assuming we have something like this. So this would have been how many significant number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excuse me. The 0 here is not always being factored in. The 0 usually is not being factored in. So if we were asked to have this in 5 significant figure, this current one, now you look at this 3 here, this 3 here is not up to 5, so we just call it 0 at once. This one will be 0 here, so we bring down our 7, our 0 will be brought down, our 2, our 0, and then our 7. That is if at all we are asked to write in 5 significant figures. All right, okay, so these are the last zeros are not always being counted. So already this question here is in a significant figure. Oh, the question is already in a significant figure, and we are asked what is the significant figure we have to give it. So just come down, you see, ignore these other zeros, it will be rounded up. Count the numbers that you have, the digits you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 5 significant figures. That is the answer. So D is the answer to this question, 5 significant figures. All right, so we're going to take another example. Let's take another example. Okay, so here we are. What will be the results obtained when the numerator of 96 over 50 is decreased by 37.5% and the denominator increased by 20%? All right, so we are asked what will be the new result, because definitely something is going to happen, and what will that thing be? All right, I want us to start solving it, so let me create a space for us. Okay, so that's fine. All right, and for us to have this, we need to understand. Let's have the fraction out first. The fraction is 96 over 50, right? Yeah, this is the fraction, but something is going to happen to each of them, to each of both the numerator and the denominator. All right, and this is what is happening to them. Okay, let's create this space. Something is going to happen to both the numerator and the denominator. In this case, we are told that the numerator decreases by 37.5%. So here we are going to have 96. Okay, we're going to have 96 of 37.5%. Okay, I think we have 96 of 37.5%. I think we have space, so let's play with space, right? I don't want us to confine our solving, so let's free up. This guy can remain here, so let's solve for the numerator first. So 96 of 87 point, you just punch it in your calculator. Okay, this 37, sorry, 37.5%, please, from 5%, you punch it. Okay, so that will be for the first one, and of course solving this out, that's 36 is what we have as 96 of 37%, but it is a decrease. It's a decrease, so the new numerator will be the old, which is 96. The old, which is, let's use this for the old which is 96, now minus the new in this case is 36. The new solving that we had, the percentage is not the new yet, percentage is 96, and now the new numerator will be what? The new numerator, of course, is going to be 60. For that one, it's going to be 60. Okay, it's going to be 60. So I wouldn't want us to confuse with this. All right, so now let's solve for that of the denominator 50, and as what we did is 50 times how many percent decrease, times the percent decrease, that's 20 over 100, 20 over 100. No, that's too much for me. Okay, so you cancel, and then the guy cancel. So 5 times this is 10. Okay, 10. All right, so for us to have the current one now, it's going to be this 50 as the old one, 50. Okay, now minus, we didn't use rate to solve for the percentage, but it's fine, minus 10, but we can now use it to write for it, minus 10, which is going to give us 40. It's going to give us 40. Let's just maintain our color as rate throughout this other one, 40. So now our results, the results we are going to obtain will now be the new numerator here and the new denominator here. So we can have it here as 60 all over 40. Let me break this guy here. 60 all over 40, and we can go ahead to divide, and then the last zero will cancel last zero, and then you can use 2 to cancel here 3 times, and then 2 comes here 2 times. there's no option like that in our there's no option like that here in the options, so something we might need to do something. Let's go ahead to divide. Go ahead to divide. I'm going to use this for the guy for the division. Let's use this one for the division. We want to see let's have a dividend inside. A divisor has 2 here. 2 comes into 3. How many times? 2 comes into 3 is 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2. Is subtracted is 1 here. 2 comes into this one. Cannot. We fix a point. Add 0 to it. Add 0 to it. 2 comes into this 10. It's 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10, and then 10 minus 10, of course, it's 0. Okay, 0. So we have 1.5. Let's check our option. Our option here, we have A as 1.5. So this is the correct answer. So that was simple. What you just need to do, it was the percentage decrease. So go ahead, we solve for it for the denominator, and we went ahead using 20% for the denominator. We had the new decrease, but now to have the new numerator, we went ahead to subtract 96 from the 86. That gave us 60. We kept that one aside, and then we solved for the percentage decrease for the denominator. That gave us 10. Now to have the new percentage decrease, to have the new denominator, we now subtracted 10 from 50. That gave us 40. Our new fraction came out as 60 over 40. We divided it, and we had 3 over 2, but there was no 3 over 2 in the option. We went ahead to use the division method, and we arrived at 1.5. A is the correct answer. Alright, so that will be the end of this class. We're going to meet in the next class. Bye-bye. Catch ya.